Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Hey, good morning, folks.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat.
Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are.
There it is, team. Morning. Morning, wherever you're tuning in from today.
Early bird gets the worm, they say. Here at Positive, we offer a 6-star team. It's a team that help you at every stage of your wealth creation journey.
Welcome, everyone. Today, I am here to talk about why we do what we do. Basically, the quick answer is because we've seen how it benefits all of our clients over the long term when we're there to help them out. And we've seen how things can go wrong when we're not available for transactions with our clients. So here's a story of a client that I helped back in 2019. A few years before I'd met him, he had the really unfortunate experience of using the services of a dodgy vendor's advocate in the Victorian market. And really impacted his plans towards retirement. So basically what happened was this agent sold his property at about half of its actual value to one of their own friends, which meant that at the end of the transaction, he didn't really have much left over for himself. He was just being guided by their advice. It wasn't good advice. And he ended up selling what was an $800,000 property for around the $400,000 mark. So this client was approaching retirement age. He still had about a decade to go. And when it came to the point where I was introduced to him, we had been tasked with the goal of basically gaining back the losses that he'd made in that transaction as he approaches retirement, so he can get back to the position that he was hoping to be in for his retirement. So basically, George needed to rebuild assets for his retirement. His broker introduced him to me, and we helped him source a property that will perform well over the next 10 years. So he already had a principal place of residence in Melbourne. His secondary property, his investment property, was also in Melbourne. We saw this as an opportunity to diversify into another market and jump into the Queensland market. And the reason that we saw this as a great potential was at the time, the market had slow and steady growth profile back then. It had decent yields. It was a fairly safe profile for someone approaching retirement. And with the slower rate of growth that it had up until that point, it did have a bit of upside potential as well, some significant upside potential as it turns out. So when we were looking at the price point for the client to enter, we saw that Springfield would be a pretty good location for this client. It's a region with a lot of employment drivers, education facilities, lots of lifestyle amenities. It's well connected, had great long-term growth plans. And to take advantage of the upcoming opportunity in this location, we were looking at a 4-bedroom house and land package to get exposure to growth in his portfolio. And now, 6 years on, We fast forward to today, and the property is valued at around $1 million. His initial entry price was just a bit over $500,000 at the time. So basically, over this time period, we've been able to generate the value of his lost retirement funds again from his dodgy transaction quite a few years earlier, and we're able to return him into a much better position for retirement. And this is exactly why we do what we do. I've worked with other asset classes before, and what I found is that real estate is one of the most powerful ways to generate wealth for our clients. You get the ability to leverage into the market. You get an asset which is, relatively hedged by the risk of inflation, and something which is quite easy to understand. And the greatest thing about real estate as well, when you are leveraging, is that there isn't that opportunity to be margin called if the property does go the other way. You just hold onto the property, hold it for a property cycle, even two if you can, if you've got that longer time horizon, and then eventually you'll end up in a better position than when you entered into the market. All right, so that's it from me today, guys. If you have any questions, chuck them into the chat. Otherwise, I'll let you get back to your mornings. Cheers all.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.